With regards to how long does it take to build a list of targets on your timeline, and how do you find them, and why should you engage an M&A firm? I mentioned earlier, it typically takes us 4 to 6 weeks to go do that. And then how do we find them? We're going to build list of targets out of industry association lists. You know what association you're a part of. There's typically 2 or 3 different professional associations that are going to be part of your group, and we would look at them. Go to some of your customers and find out who they also receive competing products from that may not be doing a good job. It's not uncommon that customers go to their best suppliers and they say, hey, listen, can you buy this guy? You know, they've got a good product, but I really don't enjoy working with them. I love working with you. And it's amazing how often they'll give you good leads for potential targets. Talking to some of your competitors. This is typically at your industry association lists and networking, industry association meetings and networking events, where you go to your competitors over coffee or drinks and just say, hey, you know, what's your exit plan? We're looking to grow through acquisition. Some of your other good resources are going to be your attorneys, estate planners, accountants, wealth managers, and financial planners. They're often trusted advisors to business owners, and they will know when somebody's starting to percolate the idea of transitioning out of their business. Why should you engage an M&A firm to search for targets when you can do it yourself internally? I would say if you have a full-time person, so now I'm talking about kind of larger companies that may have a corporate development staff in-house, go ahead and use that staff to source acquisitions. A lot of times they're not really hunters. These are guys that are going to look at stuff that is already on the market and vetted with business owners that want to sell. And in those kinds of situations, they're going to be competing in processes. What we find is you may want to look at using an outside company just to save time and to get a higher volume of potential transactions. For us, when we do a retained search, we're bringing our clients opportunities that are not on the market. We're hunting for really cold prospects, and they like the idea of having an opportunity to build rapport and then buy some of those prospects. And then time. You know, we can qualify 30 to 40 companies relatively quickly, and it does take a lot of time to see if they're really ready to sell, to see if they have realistic valuation expectations, and to see if they're really motivated. With regards to other things that are important is proprietary deal flow. I would say that when we take a company market, we're typically talking to 40 to 100 different prospective buyers, and we look to narrow that down to 12 semifinalists, and from there have one guy that comes and buys it. That highly competitive process for price and terms, if you are a buyer, do you want to be one of those 40 to 100, or do you want to try to get in there and have an opportunity to increase your probability of winning that purchase?